we're gonna do the next step on these rainbow alien beings. This is how they look now that the rhinestones have dried on them. This is the rainbow colored one, the psychedelic one. Here's the purple one. The rhinestones dried on it. I'm gonna do more rhinestones on it, but I'm gonna do the back today. The pink one got glued together, so it's doing okay. Of course, I'm going to put more Mod Podge on it to seal it at the end so it really stays, doesn't break. Here's a little guy with the rhinestones on him on the front. So, yeah, and here's the blue guy, blue rainbow guy. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is turn them around and do the same thing I did on the other side, which is put rhinestones on the other side. So yeah, and after this dries, after the rhinestones dry on the back of it, what I'm gonna do is, I can't see you, I'm gonna get a little closer. What I'm gonna do next is apply the rhinestones on the other side. What I'm gonna do next is Mod Podge the other side again to seal the rhinestones on that side. See, it's a lot of steps involved in what I do. To tell you the truth, I guess I never really counted how many steps. So anyway, it doesn't matter how many steps it takes to get it done. It matters, the process is what matters. So as I showed you before, I apply the Mod Podge on there. I just put it on there, dotted on that. So I'm going to dot it on all around that image. And if you've missed any other parts, go on back and watch the other videos, and then it all makes sense to you. So yeah, hope you guys are having a good day. I just woke up actually. I like to do art. I mean, I dream about art. I dream about my paintings coming to life. It's pretty cool. So yeah, here, this is what I was talking about. Dotting it, you see how the Mod Podge is lined up around the image, and then you just add your rhinestones on there. I'm just going to use gold like I did on the other side. So yeah, I'm not going to show you every single step of the rhinestones next time for the next step. And what I'm going to do is just show you how to, like I said, how to seal it after you put your rhinestones on there. How to seal the rhinestones in, and how to seal the painted design, the adinkra symbols on there. Yeah, like I said, you can use any symbols you want. Any symbols that mean anything to you, you can use them. You can make it however you want, as elaborate or as simple as you want. But the thing is, with the smaller things, you want to make sure that you, I don't know, I just feel like you want to make sure you don't put too much intricate detail on it, because I think with the smaller ones, it's hard to see all the intricate details they may have if you do that, like a ton of them. So you gotta know when to say when. Usually when I'm not feeling a project, like I'm not feeling like working on it, I won't work on it, because then it won't look good, I'll end up messing it up. So here's the rhinestones on the other side of the blue guy here, blue rainbow guy, alien being. So I'm going to do some on his chest and belly area. Okay. Yeah, like I said, art's relaxing. This is probably the only thing I'll do for today's tutorial. Because I gotta let these dry. I let them dry for a whole almost 24 hours so the rhinestones won't fall off. I had that problem in the past when I first started working with rhinestones. I'll show you, see, I lined up the design on this chest with the Mod Podge. Now I'm gonna put the rhinestones on. Yeah, I had that problem once when I was using rhinestones for the first time, and what happened was I think I was applying them to a doll, And I was like, wow, that looks really cool. And I set it on there like this, but I didn't put a top coat of Mod Podge on there. So what ended up happening, I was all finished with the doll. It was a repainted doll. And what happened was some of the rhinestones fell off, you know? And I was like, oh man, I thought, okay, so realized that I have to put a coating of Mod Podge on there to make sure that the rhinestones don't come off. I mean, putting Mod Podge down like this to lay a foundation so that your rhinestones are set, that's good. But then you got to put a covering on top of it of rhinestones, a coating, so that it doesn't fall off. I try to, not try, I work on making my creations as durable as they can be for what they are. So some of my work is a lot more fragile, but these are really solid. So, but just because they're solid doesn't mean that you should treat them like they're invincible. So that's what that looks like. This is looking really cool. So, okay, let me grab the other one. So it's the purple guy. I'm going to do the purple guy the same way on the other side. I hope that these tutorials, if you watch them, whoever's watching them, especially the patron that was so kind enough to become my patron, that was cool. I really appreciate that. Lady Fire Poetry. That was really sweet, the message that she left me on my Patreon page. Everybody's working, everybody's doing the best they can to maintain their calm during the storms. I find that if I can concentrate on something that's relaxing, then I can focus in on what's really important in this world. Because there's too many, like I've said many times, there's too many distractions. If you could sit down and do something relaxing like art, then the world would be a better place, I think. Because I think that everybody can create art. It's just their belief that they can't, you know, and art comes in so many different forms. Writing, music, you know, and visual arts. So, yeah. So much to pick from that. From those choices. Okay, I guess I don't need another one there. So that's how the head looks on that side. See it? Let's see here. Looks like I put that over here. Yeah. It's beautiful out. Love it. Ah! Until I drop all of my rhinestones. It's alright, I didn't drop all of them. Sometimes they get all mixed up if I like nudge it a little bit and then all the rhinestones are everywhere, but it's okay, I'll straighten it up later, it's no big deal. There's so many things in life that happen that you just have to sometimes you just have to just see it for what it is and see it as an experience and move on. Learn from it and move on. Learn from it if you can and move on. So let's see, here we go. So there we go, it's lined on the belly. See that? Okay. Like I said, with this project, you could totally do this with family and friends. Have like an art night where you, like I said before in one of my videos, bring your art supplies and everybody can just make art, you know. You could do a theme to it, like one night could be just sculpting, one night can be drawing, one night can be this. A long time ago I did teach I taught a little class for kids. It was just a homeschooling type of deal, and they really enjoyed it. I showed them how to, what was it I showed them how to do? I showed them how to make paper dolls. Everybody liked it, even the little boys. The boys liked it too, because they could make any doll. When people think of dolls or paper dolls, they think of something cutesy and stuff. But dolls can come in all forms, really. The very elegant, the very So that's what I was saying, how that coming along. The dolls can come in all types of styles. So it doesn't. You don't have to be female to make dolls. Dolls weren't intended to be toys. They weren't. They weren't intended to be toys. They were intended to be spiritual objects given to people, like for protection. Or so here's that one there. Da da da. It's gonna dry. Now I'm gonna do the psychedelic rainbow person here. Okay. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. So like I did on this side, I'm gonna go in with the green and red rhinestones around the head. That's where I'm starting. So many people are intimidated to try art because they look at like the masters, like Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, Michelangelo. You know, the great masters. But what people don't realize is that's kind of limiting. I'm not saying that these guys aren't good; they're great, but you're limiting yourself when you think that's the only kind of art you can do. If that's what you think art is only, then that's limiting, because art comes in many forms. It really does. I think that's the expectations that sometimes people have when they create art, because they want it to look like a masterpiece or something. But I just feel like, I don't know, when I was taking art classes, I felt really stifled. Sure, I learned some new things, but eventually you just need to get out on your own and do your own thing. You know, you learn the basics, but yeah. I had a really cool art teacher in high school that was really encouraging. He was really encouraging of my art, and I feel blessed that I did have that guy, because whenever I think of, if I get discouraged and I want to stop completely, I think of him, because he's like, never stop creating. So yeah, he really believed in my art. There we go, that's the head part. Now we're going to do around the chest and the belly area. So we go here. Let me put the rhinestones down for a second so I don't spill them. Yeah. I just want people to be more confident in themselves, because a lot of times this world discourages people from being confident in themselves. I'm not talking about being cocky or anything. So look, I put the rhinestone around there. I mean the rhinestone, the Mod Podge around there. So here we go. There. And people are obsessed with perfection, especially if they're just trying to start creating art. They want things to be perfect. Oh no, this got smeared. Oh no, this happened. Art's supposed to be relaxing. It's not supposed to be filled with tension. You just gotta brainstorm when things like that happen and not freak out. So here we go. Let's get on there. So it's looking so far. I may have put a tad bit extra amount of Mod Podge on there, but that's okay. I'm usually doing this stuff on my own and not recording it. So it's a different experience recording this than just doing it all on my own here. So that could be the reason why there's a little excess of Mod Podge. So yeah, that's how it's looking so far. So need some green. There. Yeah, when I taught those kids that class, that was so much fun, because their eyes lit up. And when I told them, wow, that looks good, you're doing a great job. And they just felt so good about themselves that when I set up the table with my paper dolls, everybody, all the kids were over there. Even the teenagers came over to check it out. So I just want to be I just want to be a comforting source for people sometimes, because I feel like certain kids aren't paid attention to, and when a child's not paid attention to when they grow up, they're very angry and resentful, and they're not feeling loved, and that's not good. And I went through that myself. But when I found art, I was able to express my emotions in a healthy way. So it's always best not to thrash out in anger, but to try to resolve these issues with patience and listening to what the other person has to say, so you get an idea what's going on. You know, before just getting angry. A lot of times people blow up for several reasons that have nothing to do with you. So here's the other side that I did with rhinestones. Right there, see? He's looking good. Okay, so now I'm going to do this pink guy. I'm going to be really extra careful because I just glued on his arm. So you can even see on the back where it's glued on the arm. So yeah, be extra careful with this guy. So what am I going to put on you, guy? What color do you want? Because it's bright pink. I might just go somewhere really weird with this. I'm going to go with light blue rhinestones. I'm just feeling pulled in that direction, so I'm going to just go there. So yeah, I'm going to start like I did with the other ones by doing the head first, going around the head, going around the symbol, the Adinkra symbol, in the center of the head, just like the other ones. So it's cool with these because you never know how they're going to turn out. Despite the fact that they got scorched a little bit, they still look cool. My son's, oh, you definitely need to get a new toaster oven for that. I'm like, yeah, I do. It will happen. So here we go. Oh, this is going to look really cool. So yeah, this isn't probably not going to be the only application of rhinestones I put on this. But this is the first start of it. Like I said, you can put like little like crystal beads on it. You can put a mirror on there if you want it. Just really interesting things. A friend of mine a long time ago suggested I do that with my dolls. Put a mirror on it, on the dolls. Didn't have a mirror available. Now I've got like 2 mirrors I can use. Maybe the mirror is about reflecting, you know, yourself back at you, like with the doll. If you make the doll have a face that's a mirror, wow, that's very symbolic. Okay, this is what this guy looks like with the rhinestones on his head. Now we're going to put some around his belly, and then we're going to put him down so he can dry. And what I'll do is I'll finish them up on the back separately, because you get the idea of how to do this, how to put the rhinestones on around the symbol that you choose to use. So I don't know about you, but guys, I love to create art early in the morning. It's fun. I used to be one that liked to create art at night, but the way I have been lately, I've just been, it's just the way my schedule's been lately. I haven't been staying up terribly late lately, not lately, so that I can get up early, rise with the sun, and create some art. Get up while it's really quiet for the most part and people are just still in their homes sleeping. You can actually hear the birds chirping. You can actually hear the squirrels skittering around. I like that. It's the sound of nature. Sometimes I like the sound of nature a bit Well, not sometimes, all the time. If you had to choose, I am back. As I was saying, if you have to choose the sound of nature in comparison to the sound of music. Nature is music, really, if you think about it. That's probably where we got our idea for music, by listening to the birds chirping, all the different calls they have. They've got so many different ways of communicating with each other. That's okay. I just dropped a few. Let's put you down here. That guy, that little alien guy, the pink one that I did, that I put the arm on, it's very weak, so I'm gonna lay it down instead of having it propped up when I do it. So yeah. And I'm gonna put some rhinestones on the little guy too in just a bit. So I got to put the pink alien guy down because he was getting a little, like, he's gonna need extra support for his mending. So I'm gonna start on this guy, this little guy. I'm just gonna put the rhinestones on the back of it. Hold it up to you. Okay. The only thing with art, it's a very messy job. My fingernails are really dirty. I wash them. Don't worry. But yeah, I get paint in there, but that's part of the craft. It's you're gonna get messy, but when you get messy, your end product's gonna look good. It's all about having fun, like I say all the time. So for this one, I'm gonna do the rainbow. I'm not rainbow. I'm gonna do the green and red, just like I did on that psychedelic one that looks like this, only bigger. So here we go. So we got green, red, green, red, and green, red. Trying to pop my head up so you can see me and know that I'm here still. Okay. Red and green. Here we go. I think I'm gonna do the chest area next. So I got the head on this little guy. So the miniature stuff is really fun. You know, you think the bigger ones are miniature, but you can get even more smaller. I didn't expect to do that. Sometimes things like that just happen naturally, like, oh, I got some clay left, let's just make this. Yeah. I do feel blessed to be able to do what I'm doing. I do. There's not a lot of people that feel they have the time to take out to create art, and I do feel blessed for doing that every day, you know. I thank the ancestors for helping me, you know, because when they were on this earth, they were probably doing the same thing I did. Well, not exactly, but art, you know, in order to help people. Because if you've helped to heal yourself with art, then I just feel like it's a good idea to share, you know. Excuse me. Share what you know. And sharing what you know also applies to healing as well. So let's put another red rhinestone on here. See how it's coming along? There. It's a little bit harder to put the rhinestones on this side because I think there's a little more bends and folds, but I think it's looking good so far. So let me show you what they all look like, and then we're gonna end the tutorial for today. Let's see if sorry about the foul language. We'll edit that out. Alright, so let me show you what it looks like. Bring the camera over there. So, the camera always wants to move. But here we go. This is what it looks like so far. Here's the psychedelic one, the baby one and the bigger one. Here's the one that's being repaired. Its arm is a little bit, still needs repair. It's got to dry a lot longer. Then there's the purple one. Beautiful. And then there's the blue one. You know the mustard color Adinkra symbol I put on this one is starting to look like it's gold. It's probably because the rhinestones are making the patterns pop like I thought. So yeah, that's what they look like right now. And woo. So yeah, oh, wrong side. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and I will come back tomorrow with another part to this tutorial. Hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you're taking time out to be creative, because that's really important. Alrighty guys, see you soon. Peace.